Times Union's Healthy Life magazine presents an inside look at the do's and don'ts of 5 top exercises. In this video, we'll give you some key tips on doing the shoulder press, the squat, the pull-up, the push-up, and the sit-up or crunch.
I'm going to show you the proper way to do and perform a shoulder press. As you can tell, Alexa's ready. She's got 90-degree angles, her chest is open, shoulder blades pinched, her weight is distributed evenly over her feet, shoulder width apart, soft knees do not want to be locked out. Soft knees or slightly bent, and she's ready to perform shoulder press. On her way up, she is exhaling, breathing in, on her way down. You can tell she's coming directly up, straight, not forward or backward, and coming right back to that 90 degrees. Nothing else is changing. She's not off balance. And now for some of the don'ts of the shoulder press. Number 1, coming forward. You can see the weight is not coming straight over the top, but coming forward. That puts strain on your neck and on your shoulders. She's leaning forward as she does it. And the same thing with going behind the head. Her weight is distributed now behind the neck and behind the head. Her balance is slightly thrown off because of this, which again leads to strain on the neck and shoulders and actually the lower back. Alexa's going to be showing us the squat. As you can tell with the squat, hands are out forward, out front. That's to help keep your balance. As you can tell with her feet, her weight is distributed over her heels. Her knees are tucked behind her toes. She's nice and low. She's not off balance. She's relaxed. And she's letting her legs and glutes do the work. Everything is centered right over the hips, right over the heels. She's not on the toes. She's not off balance. She's making sure she gets low enough to activate the muscle. Now Alexa's going to show you the don'ts of a proper squat. As you can tell here, the heels are lifting off the ground. Her weight is being distributed forward onto the toes. She's off balance, and her weight is more distributed forward instead of over the heels to let the legs do the work. Most people that have an issue with the balance, it's not necessarily the leg strength, but the core stability. Alexa's going to perform the assisted pull-up. As she gets on, her body is in a line. She's going to be squeezing her shoulder blades, elbows backward, core tight, everything in a line. Hips are forward. As she comes up, she's going to squeeze shoulder blades together. And the most important part is actually keeping your head and your spine neutral, looking directly forward. And breathing out on the way up and inhaling on the way down. As you can tell, everything is nice and tight. She's working on her back. And now Alexa's going to show you some of the don'ts of doing the assisted pull-up. So number 1, she's bringing her feet, knees towards her chest. This is a back exercise. It's not an exercise for your legs or your abs. Her head is downward. She's bringing her chin to her chest. You want to be looking directly out. And she's just pushing her back out instead of pinching together. One of the more common mistakes people make with the assisted pull-up. Alexa is going to perform the push-up. Now for the push-up, the main thing that you can see with Alexa's body is her core and spine, as everything is in alignment. She's not sagging of the hips or raising of the butt. Her chest is right over her hands. And again, in a downward motion and upward, everything everything is in a line. Her head is looking straight down, her neck is in a line, and she's working on her chest and triceps. Now, Alexa's going to show you what not to do during a push-up. As you can tell here, she's putting strain on her lower back because she's sagging her hips. Her hands are facing outward and not forward. She's looking down and tucking her chin in instead of having it relaxed and then looking forward. Now, for some people that have trouble with doing a regular push-up, we also have the modified push-up. If you feel that you are straining your core a little too much, sagging your hips too much, you might want to try a modified push-up where you do the same type of form, but you're doing it from your knees. First, we're going to start with a sit-up. Alexa here is going to show you the proper way to do a sit-up, or what some people may call a crunch. She's going to crunch up, and you notice here, her head is relaxed, her hands are cradled, her head as well as her elbows are nice and wide. She's not straining on her neck. She's exhaling on her way up and breathing in on the way down. It's nice and slow, no straining. And make sure you're breathing. Now, a proper way to be doing this, everything is in control, and then now Alexa is going to show you what not to do during the sit-up. So as you notice, she's coming up, she's bringing her elbows in, she's coming up on her toes, she's crunching and pulling her head. You want to relax, and she is not breathing.